On the morning of Saturday, March 8th, 138 fifth graders, making up 33 teams, gathered at Waldon Middle School for the 40th annual Battle of the Books competition. Hosted by the Orion Township Public Library, the students were given 10 books to read back in November.
Variety. So we have books like in verse, so poetry books, nonfiction, graphic novels, realistic fiction. We have books like just so kids get a taste of different genres that they may not pick up on their own.
On the day of the event, the students were presented with 50 questions and had to respond with the correct title and author for a possible total of 100 points. Many of the teams wore colorful costumes, and some even brought props and backdrops.
Well, it's one of the most fun events we do per year, but we like to do it because we want kids excited to read. We want to introduce kids to books, just reading for fun, reading for pleasure, and not worrying about reading because they have to, just kind of reading because they want to.
I'm observing a lot of energy, which is pretty common for Battle of the Books. I think the kids always bring a ton of energy. It's a lot of fun. I love seeing it because it's just kids enjoying reading. It's a good team activity that they can develop reading skills. So.
On the following Tuesday, the students returned for a victory party at Lake Orion High School. Before announcing the winners, the students were treated to a presentation by Rebecca Mix, author of The Moss Heart's Promise, one of the 10 books the students read for Battle of the Books. A Lake Orion native now residing in Royal Oak, the author took part in Battle of the Books in 2006.
I think it's wonderful. It's such a great way to get kids who love reading and also maybe kids who are a little bit reluctant to get into reading because they want to hang out with their friends. And it also just exposes them to books they wouldn't pick up otherwise. As an author, I love it, but also as someone who was a reluctant reader and didn't love reading when I did Battle of the Books and found books I loved, I think it's so great. So the kids and I are going to do what I call build a book. I'm going to walk them through how you build a story from an idea, because when I talk to kids that love reading and writing, they go, how do I write? I'm going to give them the framework on how to do that.
Following the presentation, each team was called up on stage for a photo op. Then the team awards were handed out. The award for Best Team Name went to the Rita Lottles. Coming away with the Most Creative Costume Award were the Prisoners of Doom. And the Best Team Spirit Award went to the Chapter Chads. Finishing in third place with 93 points out of 100 was Team Gotta Read Them All. In second place with 94 points was Team Readers Club. And named the winners of the 40th annual Battle of the Books with 95 points was Team Sly Spies, representing Pink Creek Elementary School.
I was very scared, and I was like, still, my heart was pounding, but I was like, oh, we didn't place. I was so scared. But then when she said, the awards, people, and I was so happy. It was very scary.
What was your
I
reaction?
was kind of nervous if they forgot about us. But when they said that if you weren't called yet, that there were still awards left, that I was really excited to see what we got.
That's awesome. What was your reaction, and what do you think is the main reason you guys won?
I think the main reason is we just had all the spelling, and we read the books a lot. And when they said that the winners weren't announced yet, I was kind of in shock for a second, and then I just got really excited.
That's awesome. What do you think the key to winning was, and what was your reaction?
When they didn't call us, I was like, oh, they're just they're not ready yet. They're just taking a quick break. And then when she just started talking about it, I was like, oh, wait, did they actually forget us? But then she was like, no, don't worry. We still have some to hand out, and then we're going to do awards. And I think the key to winning is being focused, not messing around too much. And, we would meet every Sunday, and we would practice what it would be like at battle. And we had all the spelling right. We had all the punctuation. And we even had actually smaller cards when we would practice. So I think that helped a lot for us to win.
As I said earlier, Battle of the Books celebrated its 40th year in 2025. Let's go back in time to 1995 when the 10th annual event was held in the library's meeting room. The team representing St. Joseph's School claimed the title 30 years ago.
Students at Pine Tree Elementary were challenged to defend their title as fifth graders from each elementary school had to answer 20 questions based on the assigned stories. Each correct answer merited 2 points, and a bonus point was added if the story's author could be named. Organizer Linda Nixon described the purpose of the event.
It gets the boys and girls to read books that they wouldn't even look at, because I picked the award winners. I picked a mixture. I mean, we have fun books and we have animal stories and historical fiction and science fiction and the classics and such, but some of them wouldn't read anything except Ann Martin's Babysitter's Club or some of the sports books, and this gets them into something else.
Though a few schools stayed close throughout most of the event, one school began to pull away toward the end, and when the final numbers were confirmed, the students representing St. Joseph's School came out on top. Fifth grader Teresa Olson described the key to winning.
Well, we tried to each read all 10 books, and then during the last week we had 2 were our specialties, and that's how we answered them, because each person gets 2 books to specialize in.
Well, I learned a lot about teamwork and how to be prepared for things, and how if you're prepared you can win, and that you're always the winner if you win or lose.
That it doesn't mean everything that you have to win, and it's hard to participate against other classes, and it's kind of hard to read 10 books, but we got them all finished and we won. So.
Yeah, I enjoyed taking part in this because I thought it was a fun thing to do, and I also like to read.
I learned that the books are really interesting, and it's fun being in the battle. It gave me a chance to learn about some other types of books that you could read, and it gave me a chance to make some better friends.
For more information about upcoming events and programs, you can call 248-693-3000 or visit orionlibrary.org. From Lake Orion High School, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV News.